It is indeed a good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining. And I'm Violet Auma. I'm humbled to be invited here at Governor-elect's home in Matungu sub-county. That is Fernandez Barasa, who was declared yesterday as a governor in Kakamega County. The second governor after the incumbent was being Governor Wycliffe Oparanya, who was served for 2 constitutional terms. But right now I'm joined by the incoming First Lady, Professor Janet Kasili Barasa. Many people in Kakamega County are so eager. They really want to know who is the incoming First Lady. Probably if you'll tell us, who is Professor Janet Kasili Barasa?
Thank you. My name is Professor Janet Kasili Barasa. I was born in Bungoma County, but here I am, the First Lady of Kakamega County. I am an Associate Professor of Religion and Culture at Mutembei University of Science and Technology. I'm a mother of 4 boys, and like they call me, I am the only lady in the house.
Oh, wow. Professor, if I may ask, is this your dream job, like what you're doing right now?
Not really. I never dreamed about politics.
Now, what was your dream job initially?
As a teacher.
You wanted to be a teacher?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I'm a lecturer.
You had a role model, maybe?
No, not really. Just the way you are growing up, and my father was a teacher. So I wanted to take after him as a teacher. And so I'm a professional teacher, graduate teacher, and now I'm an associate professor of religion and culture at Mutembei University of Science and Technology.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know at that time, being a teacher, there are many other things that you really admire, you know, in teachers. Of course, now that you're saying that your father was a teacher, is there some key things that you really looked at and you said, like, I also want to be a teacher like my father?
Thank you, Violet. The thing I like most about teaching, I always like people being, those who go through my hands to be better than me. That means I want people to be better than what I am, and just having better people in the society. That's what made me like teaching. I want to touch lives, to impact lives by being a teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But of course, later on, yeah, you know, we have profession, but also we have this kind of, you know, your own personal life and all that. You got married, you got children, you have 4 children. You've been a professor. Now you're the First Lady. But before we come in, some of the things that you're planning to do as a First Lady, or what you expect from you. You are Executive Director of Barasa Foundation. What is the foundation all about? What do you deal with?
Thank you, Violet. The Barasa Foundation is all about touching lives in society. We wanted to transform lives, and that's giving back to society. And so our main goal was to look at the vulnerable people in the society, especially the widows, the vulnerable women, vulnerable children. And that's why you realize that we did so much work in the community by looking at taking care of the widows and the children, and especially during COVID, where we gave sanitary pads to girls, underwears to boys, we gave masks, we gave sanitizers, and more so we had to build houses for widows in the community. So our main goal was to transform lives in the community.
When did that start? I mean, the foundation itself?
The foundation began in early 2019, just as a family venture. Then later on, we got a few friends, supporters, to support us in what we were doing. Like we had Uhuru International. Not Uhuru, Uhuru International, which supported us by giving us standard pads, which we gave out to the girls. But most of the other things, sanitizers and building houses, was just our own family venture.
Okay. Was it something like giving back to the society?
Yeah, basically we were giving back to society. Like I remember the houses we constructed for the women, most of them had their houses come down because of floods. And therefore they had nowhere to stay and no one to support them. So we came in handy to support the widows and the vulnerable women in the society.
But okay, you've been so passionate when it comes to matters girl child. When did it start, and what are some of the things that you see, or the challenges that many of the girls are going through the community, that you feel like I really need to come in handy?
You know, girls or women face many challenges in the family and the society at large. Like, you know, a widow has many things on her head. She's carrying the children, she's carrying the family. There are many issues of school, issues of food, issues of land, many things around the woman. And so I felt like, because I am a woman, I know what women go through. So I wanted to look at to at least touch the women lot, so that these challenges that they face in everyday life, at least make them lighter. Girls, you know, girls have many challenges. I know in the community we have many poor families, and many girls cannot afford the basic things that they need as girls, especially in their puberty age. For example, the issue of sanitary pads. Many girls don't go to school because they have no sanitary pads, and that's why I came. I decided to just help them, give them hope, and make them a bit work on their self-esteem, so that they don't get. They are not challenged. They are not embarrassed when they go to school and they have no pads. So I was only looking at the challenges they go through, and I wanted to help the women and the girl child.
Talking of poverty, girl child, and of course what is happening that of course may deter or impede their education, do you believe that education is equalizer? Sure.
Education is an equalizer for all men and women, or girls and boys. But no, when a girl doesn't go to school for maybe for a week because she has no pads, then it obviously impacts on her education negatively. So for me as a woman and as a mother, I really wanted to make sure that we have these equal opportunities for both the boys and girls. And that's why, as I was giving pads to the girls, I was giving underwears to the boys. Of course, there are also other boys who have challenges, but not as much as the girls do in the community, in the family.
Most of the time, before anybody, takes up an issue, or rather, you have to conceptualize it, and then you go ahead and implement it. And at that point, when Governor-elect Fernandez Barasa was dreaming to join politics, was it something that one day he just woke up and told you, I want to join politics, or it is something you talked about it and you let him go join politics? And what time was it? At what point did he decide to join politics?
Like I've said, in 2019 when we began the foundation, we began it as a family venture. But then after the foundation, as we began the activities, I had rumors from our friends, our colleagues saying, no, this guy wants to go to politics. So that's when I realized maybe this foundation wasn't just a foundation. It was a stepping stone to something else. So I began asking him about it, but he wasn't open about it. And I think the reason he wasn't open about it because he knew I wasn't for the idea of politics. I have never dreamt about politics or being in politics, being in the political space. Let me put it like that. I never dreamt about being in the political space, but so when I asked him about it, he wasn't very open about it. Till late 2020, he said, yes, I'm going to politics. I think this is the right place for me to be after Ketrako. I have the qualities. I've been a student leader. I've been a CEO, and therefore I think I can manage the county. Personally, I didn't like the idea because of our family. We are a young family. And for me, at the back of my mind, I was thinking about my children. We have young children, and I felt like being in politics, it may take us away from the children. We are a closely knit family, and therefore being in politics, for me, my big issue was about the family. I didn't want us to be detached as a family because the boys are still young, so they need us to be there, and that's why I wasn't for the idea.
And so at what point did you say yes, now you can go, or aliingia tu bila wewe kusema yes?
No, along the way, our family, friends, and the family and friends began talking to us about it. I think word went around that he wants to be the governor, and people are talking about, the politicians are talking about it, that FCPA, Fernandez Barasa, want to take over about after Oparanya. So they began talking to us, and eventually even him now, he came out openly and told me, I want to go for this seat. So when I realized the pressure was becoming too much, and he wasn't listening to me, if I can put it like that. I was saying, no, we cannot go to politics because we are still young as a family. Then I gave in. They say you can't fight them, you join them, isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
So that's when I
so
gave in.
you started preparing.
Yeah, I started preparing
to join politics officially as well.
Last year, that's 2021.
2021. So it's when, like you said, wao wanasema ya kwamba if you can't beat them, you join them. So that is when you decided to join them.
Yeah.
How has it been, like, you know, campaigning the whole thing before yesterday?
The campaign was tough. You know, like I said, I didn't want the idea, but eventually when I gave in, and it was tough because one thing I didn't know what to do. How do you speak to people politically? You know, I'm a teacher, I'm a lecturer, yes, but I didn't know how to speak to people politically. So it was tough, but I have
politically. What do you mean? Like, I mean, you don't know how to shout, you don't know how to do. I mean, how do they speak politically?
You know, politics. As a teacher, you present your issues in a particular way, but politics, it's anyhow. I know there are different crowds, audiences are different. Not like these are my students, this is my class. I know how to handle it.
And of course, like in class, you will do facts and figures. Now, when you go to politics, there's a lot of propaganda and all that. And now you have to learn how to be a politician.
I have learned along the way. I've been learning on the job. Let me put it like that. So initially, I was scared, shy. But along the way, I learned the ropes and I've been okay. But it has been tough. Tough going to different places, traversing the whole county, speaking to different people, the old, the young. But here we are. But it has been tough.
So do you think is a platform, now that we've been given this platform as a, you know, First Lady of Kakamega County, do you think is a platform now to be able to serve the community in a more broader way other than the foundation?
Yeah, sure. The foundation, we were trying to serve the community, giving back to society, but with minimal resources from just our family salaries. But now I think this is a platform for me and him to serve the society in a broader way. We would wish to use the government resources and reach the community, serve the community. Just make sure they have changed their lives, transform their lives, and let them be on a better level than what it is now. We would like to reach everyone in the county, and we would like to serve everyone equally. Not just people of Matungu, but all the 12 sub-counties. Like I said, I'm now the mother of 12 children, and therefore have to serve these 12 children equally, without any discrimination, mapendeleo.
You are skeptical in kuingia kwa siasa because the kids, you know, you'll be drawn away from kids, and maybe you'll take a lot of time in politics. Is that happening right now, or you've been able to kind of balance?
As a mother, I've been there for them. Remember, I work. I'm a career woman, so all along I've been able to balance between career and family. So even when we went to politics, I've really tried to be there for the children, but the father has been a bit already far from them, and somehow it has affected the two boys, the young boys. But I'm going to step in again and bring them back to where we were, hopefully. So
don't you think, but with this opportunity, you will drift more from them? Because now you needed, as you said, now you have 12 children, you're supposed to serve them, and they really also need your attention.
I don't think
you will balance.
I'll balance. Okay. Yeah, I'll balance. I'll try my best to balance between family and the children, because actually they're still young, so they need us to be there for them.
What are some of the things that you're going to initiate in Kakamega County just to ensure? I know you have the ones that you've talked to of, you know, ensuring that the widows have a better life, ensuring that girl child wanarudi shule and they have sanitary towels, just to ensure that, you know, they are in school, and many other things. What are the things that you're going to, you know, kick off in Kakamega County that you believe will be a milestone?
Thank you. My being a First Lady, I wish to really touch the lives of the Kakamega people, and my priority will be women empowerment and the girl child. This is what we have done in the foundation, but I'm focusing on gender equality. SDG number 5, gender equality. So in the gender equality, I want to look at the women and ensure that they have economic empowerment, issues of health, psychosocial health support. Then I also want to have them to have skills, you know, because as a woman, you know, I always tell people that the whole society depends on the woman, because she is the mother, she is the caretaker, she is the teacher, she is a provider, she is the farmer, she is everything.
Yes.
So I want to look at the SDG number 5, women equality. Gender equality. We want to ensure that these women have good health, and good health means that we want to look at how, especially those those who are still in the childbearing age, if they can, we can give them the mother packs or women packs. For example, a woman goes to deliver and she has no soap, she has no clothes for the baby, she doesn't have the basic needs as a mother. So if we can give them that and ensure that they have good health through NHIF, so that we have healthy women in the county, then they'll take up their responsibilities well. And secondly, we want to ensure that women have economic empowerment. And I hope that there will be a provision in the First Lady's office, or maybe from the governor's office, so that we can have grants to give women, so that we can empower them economically. You know, we have women who are doing businesses, mama mboga, wanauza mboga, nyanya, basically small businesses at the markets. Then we have women who have chamas, okay, you know, maendeleo ya wanawake. We have women groups, and they are doing various activities in the women groups, various programs. So this grant can help these women be empowered economically. And at the same time, we have women who are vulnerable. The widows, the single mothers, those who have been abused, gender-based violence, who have gone through gender-based violence. So these women, we would like to give them psychosocial support, counseling, so that at least we help them regain their self-esteem. Those who have gone through rape, for example. And I'm surprised as we are going about the campaigns, we realize that gender-based violence is so rampant in the community. Women will tell you many things, you know, I have been abused, I've been this and that. So if we can help these women regain their self-esteem and then go back to their normal lives as women and mothers, then that will be good for the county.
Okay.
At the same time, we like to have, especially the girls, have some skills. Especially, remember that when we had Corona, many girls dropped out of school because of early pregnancy. And by the way, the issue of early pregnancy is my cup of tea. Teenage pregnancy. I want to ensure that we reduce the numbers of teenage pregnancy or early motherhood, so that at least girls can have their education and better their lives. So when we talk to them, give them skills, then they will be better mothers in future. And then these women who have been traumatized because of maybe rape or gender-based violence, if we can give them some legal support. And I know First Lady Mama Priscilla is already doing it. So if we can pick up from where she has left and then give them legal support, then they are able to speak for themselves, then they are able to fight for their rights. At the same time, we want to have women in leadership. Okay, being a First Lady, I don't want to be alone there. I would like to have other women in leadership, different aspects of leadership, so that at least we can have the balance between the two genders. I think that is what I want to do.
Those are some of the key things that you're going to address.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Are we seeing Professor Janet Kasili in lecture rooms anytime soon, or now you're going to let it go and just focus on matters that are affecting Kakamega residents?
You know, legally you cannot hold two offices. Huh? You cannot have two salaries. Yes, so
it's very important we just address it.
Yeah. So I'll have to take leave, unpaid leave, then serve people of Kakamega. But I'll still have my students, especially graduate students, whom I'm supervising to do their research. So I'll still have them with me. I'll walk along with them, finish what I began to do with them. Then maybe later on, I'm not sure.
You might go back on. They always say once a teacher, always a teacher.
Yeah.
So you just never know.
Once a teacher, always a teacher. So I'll always guide where I'm needed. But being in the classroom per se, not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon.
Yeah.
Okay, I know. We know Governor FCPA Fernandez Barasa as he was a CEO and MD Ketrako, and then we also had he joined politics and he's now governor-elect Kakamega County. But I know there are many things that maybe we don't know about him, but Professor Janet Barasa knows about him. So probably if somebody will just ask briefly, you can tell us who is our governor-elect Kakamega County.
Fernandez Barasa is was born in Kakamega County, Mumias East Sub-County. He went to Naitiri Boys High School, then went to Kenyatta University. He has a BCom from Kenyatta University. He has an MA from Kenyatta University, and now he's doing a PhD Kenyatta University. He has gone through many positions. He once worked in Kenya Airways, then KTDA, and finally Ketrako, where he was the CEO.
Okay. Yeah, his personal attributes. We don't know about him probably. His personal attributes. Who is he? What kind of a person is he?
He's what do you want me to tell you, really?
Okay, there are many things. How, so, you know, like he's a no-nonsense person, so that we get to know when you're interacting with him. We know, huyu ni ule mchapakazi atakagi story mingi. When he means business, he means business. I mean, like, we really want to know what kind of a person is he, so that when we interact with him, you know, we anakwanga ni mtu wa jokes, or anakwanga ni ule mtu sometimes comical person, or he means business, and that is it.
Well, you didn't ask me that, you're asking me about him.
No. No, he'll tell us about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's team player. He's firm, and he's a risk taker. When he wants something, he goes for it.
He's a go-taker. He's a go-taker, actually.
Yes.
A go-getter. They also say go-getter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's also si mtu yule
ni mtu serious sana.
Yes.
Ni mtu mneza kaa naye
okay. Story, mkacheka, have a drink.
Aheri wakati wa serious business ni serious business. Okay. Okay. Among his personal attributes, I know he said some place that he's result oriented. I don't know if it is true.
It's true. He's result oriented. From where he has been in Kenya Airways, in KTDA and Ketrako, he has done a lot, especially in Ketrako as a CEO. There were many challenges, the Minister of Energy, many challenges. There are times he will call and say, you know, stress. But his results were oriented because he delivered many projects in Ketrako, like we all know. So yes, he's result oriented.
Okay. So I want you to look hapo kwa camera pale, direct kwa hiyo camera. Talk to Kakamega residents. Tell them what they expect from the incoming first lady.
Thank you, Kakamega people. First, I want to thank you for electing Fernandez Barasa to be your governor and now enabling me to be the first lady of Kakamega County. Like I said when I was campaigning, I told you I want to make Kakamega a better place to be. And so as a first lady, I'm going to work with you, walk with you, and ensure that Kakamega is a better place, a place that people are going to come and benchmark from, a place where we're going to have development in all the sub-counties, development for all genders, both men and women and the youth. And as a first lady, I want to ensure that we are going to have development all round. We are not going to leave anybody behind, whether they are women, the youth, and the men. But more so, my focus as First Lady, I'm going to focus on women and the girl child. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So that is Professor Janet Kasili, the incoming First Lady in Kakamega County. Just yesterday we saw IEBC handed a certificate to Governor-elect Fernandez Barasa, who won in the 29th August polls where he garnered 192,000 votes. Man, those are just mini votes. And of course, ANC's Cleophas Malala came in second with 159 votes. And so that has been Professor Janet Kasili just bringing us to speed over what she is expected, or her plans for Kakamega people. And as she has said, she's leaving no one behind. In a few minutes we'll also be talking to Governor-elect Fernandez Barasa, also just to share with us what he has for Kakamega people after he was elected, and he has 5 years tenure to serve Kakamega people as Kakamega governor after Wycliffe Oparanya, who has served his 2 constitutional terms. He has been chairman, council of elders, council of governors at some point. He has been a chair Lake Region Economic Bloc, and of course he has left another FCPA who has taken up as the second governor Kakamega County. I'm Violet Auma from Matungu, Kakamega County. That is it. Without anybody coming in to say, yeah, nilikuwa, I'm a victim, yeah, this happened. So inakuwa ni tricky for them to ensure that our watu wanafungwa. So they wanarudi huko kwa community, and what happens? They do it again and again. So it is something that I think if as a government you pick up, we'll ensure we have a safe place for them. And it's just not for women, even men.
Even men,
Even men.
Yeah, no, but again, pia, I think the culture.
The culture, yeah.
The culture pia inawampid. Alafu, ati useme umechapwa na wanamke wapi?
And you see now that's why mental health is being considered a big pandemic, right? So I think the aspect of psychosocial support will really allow them to be able to speak more, create a safe space for them to speak. How can they be helped? Going through counseling really.
And I think in future, one thing they really need to consider is to have a vote aid for First Ladies.